Have you ever felt like you just don't belong? Like there's a secret world out there just waiting for you to discover it? Well, what if I told you that for one young boy, that feeling was absolutely real? Today, we're re-diving deep into the magical beginning of a story that captivated the entire world. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer Stone. Our story starts in a place completely devoid of magic. Number 4, Privet Drive. This is the home of the Dursleys, a family so aggressively normal they make beige look exciting. And living with them in a tiny cupboard under the stairs is our hero, Harry Potter. An orphan told his parents died in a car crash. Harry lives a life of neglect and misery. His cousin, Dudley, is spoiled beyond belief, while Harry is treated like a servant. His life is a monotonous cycle of chores and dodging Dudley's gang. But strange things have always happened around Harry. Hair that grows back overnight after a terrible haircut, a snake in the zoo that he can suddenly talk to, ... These are just whispers of a power he doesn't yet understand. Everything changes on his 11th birthday. A letter arrives, addressed to Mr. H. Potter, the cupboard under the stairs. This isn't just any letter. It's sealed with wax and bears a mysterious crest. His Uncle Vernon, terrified of anything out of the ordinary, snatches it away. But the letters don't stop. They start pouring in, first by the dozen, then by the hundreds, flooding the house until the Dursleys are forced to flee to a remote shack on a rock in the middle of the sea. They think they've escaped. They are very, very wrong. Just as the clock strikes midnight on Harry's birthday, there's a booming knock on the door. It's not the wind. The door splinters open, and in steps a giant of a man with a wild, tangled beard and eyes like black beetles. This is Rubeus Hagrid, keeper of keys and grounds at a place called Hogwarts. And he's here to deliver Harry's letter in person, along with a slightly squashed birthday cake and a life-altering revelation. Harry, you're a wizard. Suddenly, Harry's entire world is turned upside down. His parents weren't killed in a car crash. They were a brilliant witch and wizard, murdered by the most feared dark wizard of all time, Lord Voldemort, and Harry. Harry is the boy who survived. The lightning bolt scar on his forehead isn't from a car accident. It's the mark of Voldemort's failed curse, the very act that stripped the Dark Lord of his power and made Harry famous in a world he never knew existed. Hagrid whisks Harry away from the Dursleys and into this hidden, magical society. Their first stop is Diagon Alley, a bustling cobblestone street filled with shops selling wands, spellbooks, and cauldrons. It's a sensory explosion for Harry. He gets his own money from a goblin-run bank, buys his school supplies, and in a dusty little shop called Ollivander's, he finds his wand. Or rather, the wand finds him. It's made of holly with a phoenix feather core. And here's the twist. The phoenix that gave that feather gave only one other, the one in Voldemort's wand. The connection between them is deeper and darker than he can imagine. His journey truly begins at King's Cross Station, at the secret platform 9 3/4. Running straight at a solid brick wall, he finds himself on the platform for the Hogwarts Express. It's on this train that he meets the two people who will become his anchors in this new world. First, Ron Weasley, a lanky, red-headed boy from a large, loving, but poor wizarding family. Ron is funny, loyal, and just as awestruck by the famous Harry Potter as everyone else. Then comes Hermione Granger, a brilliant but slightly bossy girl with bushy brown hair, who already seems to know every spell in the book. She's from a non-magical or muggle family, and she's determined to prove herself. They don't all hit it off immediately, but this train ride marks the formation of an unbreakable trio. Arrival at Hogwarts is breathtaking, a magnificent castle with towering spires perched on a cliff overlooking a great lake. The students are sorted into 4 houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. The Sorting Hat, an ancient magical hat that reads the minds of new students, places Harry, Ron, and Hermione all in Gryffindor, the house known for bravery and chivalry. Harry finally feels like he has found a home, a true family. School life at Hogwarts is a whirlwind of enchanting classes. Potions with the menacing Professor Snape, who seems to hate Harry on sight. Transfiguration with the stern but fair Professor McGonagall, and most excitingly, flying lessons. It's here that Harry discovers a natural talent for flying on a broomstick, which lands him a spot on the Gryffindor Quidditch team as the Seeker, the youngest in a century. Quidditch is the wizarding world's most popular sport, a fast-paced, dangerous game played on broomsticks, and Harry is a star. But beneath the surface of classes and Quidditch matches, a mystery begins to unfold. Harry, Ron, and Hermione stumble upon a forbidden corridor on the 3rd floor, guarded by a massive 3-headed dog. What could be so valuable that it needs such a terrifying guardian? Their investigation leads them to a name, Nicholas Flamel, and with a bit of library research mostly from Hermione, of course, they discover he is the only known creator of the Sorcerer's Stone. This legendary stone can produce the elixir of life, granting immortality, and can turn any metal into pure gold. The pieces start to click into place. They realize someone is trying to steal the stone. Their main suspect, Professor Snape, his animosity towards Harry, his suspicious behavior, and an overheard conversation with another Professor Quirrell all point to him. They believe Snape is trying to steal the stone for Lord Voldemort, who is rumored to be lurking somewhere, a shadow of his former self, seeking to regain his body and power. Their fears intensify when, during a Quidditch match, Harry's broom starts bucking violently, trying to throw him off. Hermione, seeing Snape muttering a curse, bravely sets his robes on fire, breaking his concentration and saving Harry's life. This only confirms their suspicions. Convinced that the stone is in imminent danger and that the headmaster, Albus Dumbledore, is away, the trio decides they are the only ones who can protect it. Under the cover of the invisibility cloak, which Harry received as a mysterious Christmas present, they sneak past the 3-headed dog and descend through a trapdoor. What follows is a series of ingenious magical challenges, each one testing their unique skills. They navigate a room of flying keys, where Harry's seeker skills allow him to catch the correct one. They play a terrifying life-sized game of wizard's chess, where Ron's strategic genius allows them to win, though he sacrifices himself in the process. Hermione's logic solves a potion riddle that allows Harry to proceed, while she stays behind to help Ron. Finally, Harry steps into the last chamber, expecting to face Snape, but he's not there. Instead, it's the timid, stuttering Professor Quirrell. The shock is immense. Quirrell reveals that he was the one trying to kill Harry at the Quidditch match, and Snape was actually trying to save him, muttering a character curse. The real villain was hiding in plain sight all along. Quirrell confesses that he serves Lord Voldemort, and then he unwraps his turban, revealing the most horrifying sight. On the back of his head is a face, pale and snake-like, the face of Voldemort himself, who has been sharing Quirrell's body. Voldemort, through Quirrell, tries to force Harry to reveal how to get the stone from its final protection, the Mirror of Arise. The mirror shows the viewer their heart's deepest desire. For Harry, who only wants to find the stone to protect it, not to use it, the stone magically appears in his pocket. Voldemort orders Quirrell to kill Harry, but when Quirrell touches Harry's skin, his hands burn and turn to ash. Dumbledore later explains this is because of Harry's mother's love, an ancient, powerful magic that lives in his very skin. A protection Voldemort cannot touch. Harry blacks out as Quirrell's body crumbles. Voldemort's spirit flees, and the stone is saved. Harry awakens in the hospital wing, with Professor Dumbledore by his side. Dumbledore explains everything. The love protection, why Snape seemed to hate him, but was actually protecting him out of a debt to Harry's father, and the decision to destroy the Sorcerer S-Stone to prevent it from ever falling into the wrong hands. At the end-of-year feast, Gryffindor is awarded the House Cup, thanks to the last-minute points Dumbledore gives to Harry, Ron, Hermione, and Neville for their incredible bravery and friendship. As Harry boards the train to go back to the Dursleys for the summer, he's no longer just the boy in the cupboard. He is a wizard. He has friends, a home at Hogwarts, and the knowledge that he is strong enough to have faced the darkest wizard of their age, and won. His first magical year is over, but he knows, with a certainty he's never felt before, that his adventures are only just beginning. And that's the incredible story of Harry's first year. It's a tale of finding where you belong, the power of friendship, and the courage to stand up for what's right. Thank you so much for joining me on this magical journey today. If you loved revisiting this classic, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories we all love. See you in the next video.